Hi, Phil Aston here from nowspinning.co.uk. In this video I'm going to be looking at a box set that's no longer in print. And I chose this one because it was featured by a member of the Facebook private Now Spinning community, and it reminded me of how excited I was when I knew this was coming out. And it's All the Young Dudes by Mott The Hoople. And this is from 1998, so the golden age of box sets really. And a lot of Mott The Hoople stuff wasn't even out on CD, so the box set was seen as a way of bringing together lots of rare tracks, lots of classic tracks and hits, and also lots of unreleased stuff as well. And a lot of the music was also remixed for the box set, and it's a labor of love. And Dale Buffin was heavily involved, and he really kept the flame going for Mott The Hoople in those years when they were gone. And he just kept, what's that album, 2 Miles from Heaven, he was heavily involved in that. And I think behind the scenes he wanted to probably do a film or a book about Mott The Hoople. It was his life, and sadly he died of dementia several years later. And you can read how involved he was and how much he loved the band. And this is really, and the other thing about this box set, you've probably seen my recent video about Brian Howe from Bad Company and how he's been almost written out of the history of Bad Company. This is not like that. So Mott, what came after Ian Hunter left, and British Lions are also included. Everybody who's been a member of the Mott family was remembered, and also kind of portrayed as being part of the story. Anyway, let's have a look inside. So if you are trying to find a copy, you can see what you'll get, and if you would like to see it on your own shelves. So here we go. Mott The Hoople, All the Young Dudes, a 3 CD anthology. I just felt that when I bought this, I bought it from HMV. I think it was about £30, I think. It's a lot of money, actually, even back then. Or was it? I suppose because CDs were about 16, 17 quid, so perhaps it was a bargain. But I feel that as I go through this, and again, I want to, for those of you who've never seen it before, I want you to give you an idea what you might get. But it goes through a lot of history. I think I have a feeling that sometimes that box sets now are just kind of, they skim over things. I mean, some of the, I hope they've stopped doing it now, the esoteric cherry red, where they just give you a fold-out poster with no details, and some of their box sets have got 4 or 5, 6 discs and they still don't give you any information. This has got 3 CDs and you've got all this extra info. I mean, people talk about sitting now in the vinyl album with something to read. This is a book, but I do think that the research that's gone into this, and again they do this in other places where you've got the photographs when they were really just kids, and then we got through absolute details on every single track that's included on this, in this box set. There's 1998 mixes as well, so I remember picking this up and couldn't believe the quality of the songs. I mean, this Ride on the Sun, which first appeared on 2 Miles from Heaven, this is a remix here and it's absolutely fantastic. Moving On, of course, became a massive rock song for Bad Company. The Journey is almost like prog. I mean, there's, it's fantastic. And another great set of photographs here of the band at the height of their powers, and then you've got all the hits on CD number 2. And absolutely fantastic. Talks about all the musicians, everything you'd want to know. And again, another batch of photographs. Ariel Bender's period here. Lots of quotes from all the bands. Lots of live shots here from the live album, which at the time none of these Mott albums had been remastered at all. So this was the best place to come. And then Blistered Palms is all the rare stuff. Now, David Bowie vocal of All the Young Dudes was one of the rarest things on here at that time. But I think the other thing that's good about this is there are lots of early demos here from the early 70s, but that they also included Mott without Ian Hunter. So as I was saying, they covered everything, and even as far as British Lions as well. And again, lots of great photographs here. And then this with Dale Griffin in 1998, reflecting back on how he thinks about the anthology. He absolutely loved this band. And then there's all about the pulling it together, the objectives, the research, the sources, the mix process, because it was putting together box sets then was new. It was like this kind of musical archaeology was brand new then. Lots of people now wouldn't bother with even telling you any of that. And then you've got the chronological order of everything that happened in Mott The Hoople's life, which again, lots of stuff. And a lot of Ian Hunter stuff does this, where they list everything that's been that was released in the right order, and you can see what it was. One of my favourite compilations, that is 2 Miles to Heaven. And as I say, British Lions are included. The thank you list is beyond belief. And then there's the What a Bloke pictures, which is pictures of all their probably girlfriends that became wives and friends and roadies and everybody else. And absolutely fantastic. And this apparently was a photo that was going to be an album cover at one point. So it's an absolutely fantastic compilation. The only thing missing, and I did a separate video about this, is the track Waterloo should have been included. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's All the Young Dudes by Mott The Hoople, a 3-disc set that to me, it just looks glam for they weren't really a glam rock, but you know what I mean. They were from that era, and I think it still looks classy, and there's still plenty to recommend this. And I think that the imagery and as I say, the love and attention, the detail in finding out how they pick the tracks and they put together makes it all worthwhile, and highly recommended from me. So All the Young Dudes, 3-disc set from Mott The Hoople from all the way back in 1998. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and thank you for helping this channel grow and now spinning itself. And thank you, please subscribe if you can, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Thank you.